Welcome to Malcom Reed's How to Barbecue Right, a podcast where we talk about barbecue, share recipes, and discuss all things delicious. And now, here's your host, Malcom and Rochelle Reed.
Hey, welcome back to the How to Barbecue Right Podcast. I'm your host, Malcom Reed, joined by my lovely and talented wife, Miss Southern Shell, fresh with her second cup of coffee this morning. Shell, are you getting energy on, Shell?
I'm working on it.
Time to wake up.
Yeah, getting back on the school schedule is a little tough.
It's been a fantastic week for me. It's been tough in the mornings, but we are back on schedule.
Yeah, I do like being on schedule.
When school goes back for us, it's like we come off that, in the summertime, it's like Lord of the Flies, Michael's just rearing himself and eating up all the snacks and we travel. It's crazy. It's every man and woman and child for themselves kind of, but now we get back on a good schedule. Been to the gym 3 days this week. Man, I'm going tomorrow too. I'm trying to do better so I can eat better. Trying to do better so I can eat more. Tyler, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic, man.
Good. I am in a little bit of pain. I'm not going to lie.
Oh.
I don't know if anybody saw yesterday. So we've been doing these out the smokes, and I know y'all have seen Mark on here, and you've heard us talk about out the smoke, and it's another YouTube project that we started this year. And when Tyler came on, I guess you had done this before, but it was off the Hot Ones. And what is that? And Now We Feast. What's their YouTube?
First We Feast.
First We Feast is the company, but Hot Ones is where everybody knows them as because of the videos.
Yeah, it's one of the more successful YouTube shows. Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, because it's kind of like a regular show, or they produce them or whatever and then release them. But it's a host. It's Sean Evans.
Yes.
And then he has a guest on. Usually it's a celebrity of some sort.
Yeah, it's always a celebrity. Like he gets Matt Damon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, big time. Has he had Kanye on there? I don't know if he's had Kanye.
No, I doubt it.
That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Speak the truth.
He had Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
But he gets all kinds of people. And they do these hot sauce challenge where they have 10 hot sauces from a really, not hot one to the most hottest thing on the planet type, and they do 10 wings, and you got to eat them. Well, Tyler wanted us to do it on Out the Smoke. That's where I'm going with this. Because we did a little, we did an episode. It's going to release pretty soon.
Yep. Where
me and Mark just went to Kroger and picked up some hot sauces we could find and was trying them and seeing what we thought about them. Like if you like hot stuff, to try these.
What was the premise of that video?
The premise of that video was he went to a local store and he bought 10 sauces of various kinds.
Which it wasn't 10, I don't think, was it? It was just 5. No,
you're right. It might have been like 5 or 6. And then he had bought, I guess I think some off Amazon where it came with like a bunch of different hot sauces.
It's like the hot sauce
little bottles. Exactly.
Yeah.
It was like a
y'all
little
were just
challenge.
Trying hot sauces.
I told Mark I don't eat hot stuff. And so he's like, yeah, you're going to eat this hot stuff and we're going to do it on video. And I was like, okay. And
you eat hot stuff.
But I like it to eat and be flavored and have a little heat, Like, I'm not a chili head or enjoy the pain of eating hot stuff. Mm-hmm. And then Tyler said, well, we did the Hot Ones challenge. I know, and we've been watching the videos, and I knew what it was. And he said, you can order that. And I was like, well, I don't know. Because I watched the videos, and they said, no, I ordered it. So Tyler ordered it, and they came in.
Really, Tyler and Mark were the engine behind this idea.
Yes, I was not by any means, shape, or form. But we did our version of that. We recorded it yesterday. And
how hot did that get?
I've never ate anything. I don't know if you can't, it hurts you so bad. It's so hot, incredibly hot.
Did y'all toss the wings or dab the wings?
We poured it on. We just
pour it on there.
Yeah, just shook it all on them.
Okay.
We didn't toss the wings. We had 10 wings each, and we had 10 sauces, and some of them were, the first 5 or 6 were, pretty good sauce. Yeah. Ours was like number 1 because it's 1 mile, and I wanted to throw that in there. We kicked out one of theirs because I don't know if the bottle fermented or something, but that was a whole different story. So I wish you'd have had that on camera. You should have took an aftermath picture with me with it.
You had a bottle explode on
I opened the bottle up last week, and it had been sitting in Tyler's desk, and he said it was broke. I was like, there's no way this hot sauce broke. We just bought them or whatever. And he said, well, something's oozing out of it. And so I said, okay, well, let me see it. And I was going, well, this bottle looks okay to me. And I just barely cracked it, sitting at a table in the conference room here. Barely cracked it, and it just explodes. It's like you open up a fire hydrant of hot sauce, just all over me, like face, eyes, shirt. Mikey was walking behind me. He got oversprayed, like splash zone. And I was sitting, I was in shock.
It was like, crazy.
But this wasn't one of the hot ones. It was one of the hot ones challenge, but it was only like number 3 or 4.
So it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it was a desert heat, I think is what it was called.
I think it was actually like number 6, if I remember correctly, when I looked at it yesterday.
But it was, no, it was hot because it got all in my eyes. It was like I'd been pepper sprayed. But it wasn't like one of the main ones. So we booted that one out because it blew up. And then I said, well, I wanted to
had fermented.
I think it over-fermented. That had to be a bad batch or something.
Yeah.
But so we substituted our hot sauce first of the line for that one. And then we did the other 9 of the ones we ordered. And, yeah. It's worse. It's worse now. Well, I don't know. That's intense pain. And, like, you get taken to another outer body experience.
And the whole time you and Mark are asking each other questions.
And trying to answer.
Yeah,
I lost my cool. My body was giving up everything it had right there. I mean, I'm talking water coming down the eyes, pouring. Mark said your ears are sweating. My face was red. I mean, I was dying.
You know, what most impressed me is that you didn't even use milk. It was just, like, y'all had ranch.
Miller Lite and water and ranch dip. That was it. So, yeah, that video's coming, but it's going to take a while to edit it probably, right, Tyler? Because how long did that take us to do? 45 minutes probably?
It didn't take as long as I thought.
About 45.
Yeah.
It was an agony.
Mark said he could have stopped at 7.
Yeah.
He said 7.
I'd have been fine.
It was that 8, 9, and 10 that got you.
Yeah, those last 3 that really, so 7 was, this is hot. You know, this is like probably hottest thing I'd ate at that point. The next 3 just go to insanity. It just goes and goes and goes. And it's like you could torture somebody bad if you tape somebody to a chair and duct tape them to the chair like they're doing those airline passengers now.
Why do you always jump to torturing somebody?
I don't know. But that would get it. I mean, you probably kill them. I don't know if everybody's ever been killed with hot sauce, but you could probably kill somebody with that Apollo. But that's going to be interesting. I hadn't seen any of the footage of it.
How's your tummy today?
So that's what I was getting at. So that part was bad. Well, last night, I don't know, it was about 9 o'clock, Mark texted me. He's like, man, are you okay? And I said, no, I'm not. He's like on bathroom trip number 4. He just kept texting me. And it was like, I swear, it's like lava coming out of my body. It is not good. I feel like I am inflamed from like my chest down, just inflamed. It's not good.
Imagine you are.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I don't know what to do.
Your intestinal lining's got to shake.
I've been eating like yogurts. I drank a protein shake this morning. I drank some of those little, what are those little yogurt?
My acetobiflus.
Yeah, I drank some of those things. I'm trying to get back right. That stuff has just clears you out with fire. Like if you were having to go get your colon scoped or whatever. No, hell no. There's no way I would do it again. There's no way. They could tell me, the Sean Evans could call and say, man, we want you to come on the show. And I'd say, no, I'm okay. We'll ride this out.
I always wondered how hot it really is because, are these celebrities really eating that hot?
I don't think they're doing.
Yeah. They're getting a little dab.
I wouldn't think so, but last night I researched it and I watched some people fail. So that tells me that maybe unless they literally just can't handle regular hot sauce either, then
I don't know. It's rough. I'm hoping I'm better by tomorrow.
They got to sign a waiver too. I didn't realize that.
We should have signed something.
Waiver myself.
Waiver myself. I won't sue myself. If anything happens. I'm still not sure something hadn't happened. At the last, I didn't think I was going to hold it down. I thought like the very end, after we kind of closed out that video, it was like this urge for everything to come back.
Yeah.
And it was,
I
ran to the bathroom and was like dousing myself with water, trying to calm down. I went in my office and sat down, unbuttoned my shirt and let the fan blow on me a little bit. And then it finally, it lasted. It was hot for a while after it. Like my mouth, it took all the skin off my lips. Like they instantly chapped. The inside of my mouth was all raw.
Imagine it's doing that to your intestines too.
That's what I think it is. They're inflamed.
I have a little sympathy because I kept
You
telling
told
y'all,
me don't do it.
Don't do this.
You knew. You're very wise. You wouldn't make it.
Oh no,
you wouldn't make it to 5 probably.
I'd probably go to 4 or 5. I like a medium burn, but I don't want it to. I don't want it to overtake the flavor.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one you've ate that's hot that you say this is way too hot. Like, what's the hottest Buffalo Wild Wings you'll eat?
I like that dry rub, and it's pretty hot.
That's not hot at all. That's like seasoning. I'm talking about the sauce. Like, will you eat
the one that you normally get?
Caribbean jerk. Will you eat the Caribbean or the Asian zing?
I like the Asian zing Caribbean jerk, but that's starting to get
too hot.
In that range. I don't want to go very much hotter than that.
So that would have probably been the second or third one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd probably go to 4.
The mango habanero, the one that I always say is like my hottest I like to do at Buffalo Wild Wings, and they are hot to me.
Yeah.
Was probably like the 5th one, the 4th or 5th one. And then from there, I don't even, like the Buffalo Wild Wings can't even compare. Their hottest one doesn't even come close to number 7 probably.
I would say blazing sauce at Buffalo Wild Wings would probably be around 6 or 7.
Yeah.
You've ordered the hottest at Buffalo Wild Wings, and you sweated while you ate them. It
was bad.
You ate them.
Yeah, but I ate them. But
that was when
I
you were
looked
younger.
up, so last night on the Instagram feed, people were making comments, and they're like, you skipped the bomb or what? Because I guess they could, the bomb used to come in like a round looking beer bottle, old school beer bottle, didn't it? Almost like a, you know what kind of beer bottle I'm talking about? Not like a regular beer bottle.
You're talking about like a banquet beer.
Yeah. Yeah, like a Coors banquet beer bottle.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like a stubby bottle.
Yeah. So I guess the bomb used to come in that. Well, it looked to me like and they still sell them. They have different levels of the bomb, which was the hottest one on Hot Ones for a long time. That was the last dab. And so what they did, those were getting their heat from what do you call it? Not expressions of hot sauce, but it's like where they extrude it. They extrude the hotness out of it and they add it to it. So it's not a natural ingredient. That's how they're getting those so hot. So they come out. So to be in line with the hot ones, they made the bomb Evolution. And that's what we had.
Yeah.
It was the bomb, but it was Evolution. It was made from all natural products, just peppers, basically. No extra heat. And it came in at like, they didn't know the exact Scoville rating on it, but it was like 500,000.
Yeah.
Which is way up there. And that's why they bumped it to the 3rd from the end.
Yep. So that was number 8.
Yeah. So it was number 8 on the list. Now the hot one, the Apollo, which they think now is the hottest pepper known to man, it hadn't been fully tested, but there's this chili head guy out in North Carolina that grew, like he was famous for growing the ghost pepper, which is always, or is that the one that's ranked as the hottest pepper grown, I think, right now?
I think a Carolina Reaper.
Or Carolina, that's what it is, Carolina Reaper. That's the one he grew, Carolina Reaper. Well, he hasn't grown these new ones called Apollo peppers, and that's all that's in that bottle. They said it takes like 14 or 15 of those Apollo peppers to make that one bottle. It's like, if you buy that bottle, it's like $23.
Yep.
And it's just like vinegar and Apollo peppers. And it ranks it like, they don't know exactly fully lab tested, but they're saying it's coming in at like 2.5 million Scoville. So it's, what is that, 5 times hotter than that DeBomb Evolution at number 8. That's how hot it is. And it'll pretty much peel the paint off a toilet. That's how hot it is. That's how hot it is.
So let's try it.
So let's try it. Yeah. And that's what it says. It says, and when you read the reviews on it, this is not a good tasting sauce. This is, if you just want to be hurt, you eat this stuff. If you want to hurt your friends, you eat this stuff.
It's just hate yourself hot.
Yeah, it is. It is. There's no flaw. And that was a big thing about what those, I didn't know. I'm not a chili head, so I've never really read anything about it. But so I got to looking last night, and there's tons of people out there that are into pain, I guess, eating hot stuff. And a lot of them, though, they want it to have good flavor. They're looking at the way they judge their hot sauce. Yes, they want it to be outer body experience from eating it, but they also want it to taste good. And that's a big thing. And then why some of them don't get ranked so well. Now, it ranks 5 out of 5 and being the hottest, that Apollo. But as far as flavor, they were giving it like a 2.
So
1, some people.
So you said that he created this. Like,
yeah,
did he crossbreed some peppers?
I'm sure he's doing some kind of special
like this is the
breeding to the peppers or
This
crossing.
The labradoodle of
it's the labradoodle of peppers.
So when I did the Hot Ones challenge, I think it was the number 8 hot sauce is called Bravado Spice Black Garlic, and it's made from Carolina Reapers. That had such good flavor that I added it to pretty much every recipe that I had for like probably a year because it lasted about that long, and it tasted really, really good. It was just super hot, so it was just a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah. Well, I thought our Reaper Jerky was hot because it's made with Carolina Reapers, and it's hot. It's nothing compared to these. I could eat a bag of it and just not even faze me now, I think. Because it's this stuff was, and that's probably, you know what, did Mark ask me what I asked him what the hottest thing he ever ate was. The Reaper Jerky may be the hottest thing I've ever ate going into.
Before this challenge.
Because I couldn't really remind, I'm not a real hot guy, but that Reaper Jerky is pretty hot. And we got a ghost pepper one that's pretty hot too.
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean, even the little crumbs in there that's actually got the pepper seeds and the jerky packs, nothing compared to this stuff.
Might need some Apollo jerky now.
That would be, you'd have to really sign a waiver to buy that and sell it to somebody.
Are you over 21?
Right. But yeah, so that's how I'm feeling.
I don't get it, Big Dan. I
don't get it either. There is no. Do you get an outer body? Yes, you definitely get some. It gets you on a whole nother. You don't want to sit still. You don't want. I mean, it's just. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I lost time yesterday. It was
Have you ever had an experience like that from eating hot stuff?
No.
Before then?
No, not like that.
Yeah.
I've sweated and eyes watered and sneezed and coughed. None of those really made me like, a lot of times I'll eat hot stuff and it'll get you coughing or sneezing. Yeah. It didn't really do that, but it was intense, never letting up, just like you're constantly putting something hot or fire on you. Like, you think you get to a point where it kind of sensitizes and you can't feel it. No, it doesn't. And I'm sure we'll talk about this again.
Yeah, we'll talk about this again when the video comes out. We might bring Mark on and y'all can relive the pain.
I'm not bringing them sauces in here.
You want to look at it.
Yeah.
What are we doing with those sauces now?
Yeah.
What I told them that their reward is that they get to watch everybody else do it. Not everybody else, anybody that wants to, but I know Jake wants to do it, Austin wants to do it, I'll do it. So you guys can watch us do it and be in pain.
Yeah, I thought you need to take all of them, dump them all out, and then pour them like in one big bottle of a big tall Louisiana bottle or something. Empty all of them, shake it up, and then that's the sauce.
Dangerous.
I'll just have the regular wings.
Yeah,
the wings
were delicious.
Yeah.
We started with some whole wings and we cut them in half and Mark fried them up, and then I melted. Did y'all
bread them or anything, or just fry?
Just fry them. And then I toss them in butter and AP, and man, they're good. I mean, it's old AP butter wing.
I like those wings that way. Yeah.
But
did you try a wing that was just AP butter?
Yeah, they were so good. Yeah, just like last time.
This week your video was Tailgate Cheesesteak.
It's that time of year. I'm so excited.
You switched to full-on football mode.
Full-on football. I watched first episode of Hard Knocks this week, featuring the Cowboys.
I like that episode.
That's a show. That's one football show you'll sit down and watch with me.
Yeah,
they do an awesome job on it. I've watched about every season, I think.
And they got Dak and Zeke on this one, so
yeah. But I'm excited. It's football time. Time to start thinking about football recipes. And when I say football recipes, it's recipes that I want to serve when I go to a tailgate, or whether I'm having a party or buddies coming over, or if I'm going to somebody else to have a game. That's the kind of recipes that I call football food.
It's typically greasy foods.
Oh, yeah.
Indulgent.
Easy to eat. Yeah, not really something you'd make a meal out of. They just go with everything.
Yeah. It's like just a bunch of appetizers.
Yeah, super appetizers. Yeah. That's kind of what they are. They're above regular appetizers. You know what I mean?
So your tailgate cheesesteak, where'd you get this idea from?
This idea came from your grandma's little ham biscuits. And I know everybody's probably seen that recipe. It used to be you bought a pack of Colonial brown and serve rolls, and you would take them out of the little box, the bag and the box container they come in, and you cut that whole loaf of them across, kind of.
You split them
horizontally.
Yeah.
Take the top off, and it makes a bun. But everyone, you don't tear them all apart. They're still all connected. You got a bottom half and a top half. You melt some butter. Usually throw in some poppy seeds and some Dijon, or I don't think it was Dijon. I think it was like mustard or mustard.
I usually use mustard powder instead of mustard.
And then Worcestershire. That's about it. Put that on the bottom half. You layer.
Most people just pour it over the top. I want to put it in
So the bottom bun gets soaked.
Yeah, that's kind of my little addition.
I like that. It makes it better.
Heck yeah.
And then you layer deli ham and Swiss cheese, and then you put the top on, and you pour that stuff over the top, and cover it up, and you bake it. Well, I wanted to do a cheesesteak version of those. And so we were strolling through Kroger the other day, and you was with me, and you said, "What is this?" And it was like little trays of what was it called? It was called
shaved
beef. Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, that's for cheesesteaks." And they had a little label on there. You know, it was already cut up, so you didn't have to ask your butcher to thinly slice some beef if you're making cheesesteaks.
It's called beef shaved steak. 100% beef, no fillers.
That's exactly what it was, and it's for cheesesteaks.
Yeah.
It saves you from having to get the butcher to do it, whatever. And I was like, "Oh, I want to do something with that." And so we started thinking about the tailgate, you know, coming up with a recipe for the week, and it was going to be football season coming up, and people will be out tailgating and doing everything. I said, this would be perfect. We can make these little cheesesteaks, same form of fashion as the little ham biscuits, and man, they were phenomenal.
You used the Hawaiian rolls, sub rolls.
Yeah. So I didn't. I changed the bread up a little. I didn't use like the regular brown or little bitty rolls. I think those work better. You suggested that because they're already split. You don't have to cut them. That's probably the hardest thing about that recipe is splitting the rolls
and getting it even.
Yeah, getting it, because you want the bread to be even. You don't want some of them. You know, if you don't hold your knife flat or something, you need a guide to cut it kind of.
Yeah. And the sub rolls, to me, they kind of lay together better, so you cut them easier. And if you do want to do sliders instead of subs, you just cut the sub in half, and you've got perfect little sliders at that point.
I thought the name fit. What about you?
Yeah.
That was the perfect. I mean, you think of a cheesesteak, it's normally this big foot-long sub, you know, meat piling out of it, hot cheese. I mean, and that was my version of it. And so I took that thinly sliced beef steak, seasoned it with a little swan lice prime beef, got me a cast.
Which I'm loving, by the way.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's my new favorite.
Man, it's good stuff. We did out the smoke with it yesterday too. But first I took my cast iron. We've got like this. Is that a 12-inch square kind of flat iron cast iron? It's like a griddle almost with a handle. Put it on the Weber over hot coals. A little grapeseed oil.
Why grapeseed
diced
oil?
up because it's a high heat oil. It can stand up to that high heat on that grill. Because I got that grill up probably 500 degrees and it's right over the coals, so it's pretty hot. But this is meant to be fast cooking. That's what the whole thing's about. And I chopped up a green pepper and an onion, sauteed that real fast.
Diced them instead of sliced.
Yeah, instead of having sliced peppers like you normally see it on cheesesteak, I diced them. I thought it would go better, give you better texture because you got to cut those little sandwiches. It would come apart better.
Yeah.
I liked it.
And it fits the mini
did you like it diced?
aspect. Definitely. Because it fits the mini aspect of it, you know?
Yeah. Well, after I did those, it took 2 to 3 minutes to soften them up. And then I took those off the pan. It took 2 or 3 minutes to saute those peppers and onions. And then I took them off, threw in that steak meat that I'd seasoned with a little bit of that prime beef. And when I got it in the pan, I kind of chopped it a little bit and seasoned it with a little more. And cooking it is nothing to it. You just kind of turn it and flip it and move it around and chop it up because you want it. Cheesesteak's about being loose meat. It's not some big old piece of steak. You know, it's all chopped up beef, thinly sliced. And so once that cooked, and it didn't take it 2 or 3 minutes, you take it off and you're ready to make your sandwich.
And you could have done that on the stove.
Oh, yeah. This whole recipe, this whole recipe is really not made to do out at the tailgate or day of. It's better to do all that part the day before and then assemble the sandwich. So to assemble these things, now assemble them, we still got to cook them some more. It's not ready to eat. We still got to cook them some more. But to assemble them, I took those little mini rolls, the Hawaiian mini rolls, took the top buns off, all in one piece where they're still connected, leaving me the bottoms. I melted a stick of butter, mixed in a little Dijon, a little Worcestershire, and then I hit it with some seasoning. That was it. And then once we put that, half of that mixture on the bottom of the bread, like poured it up, just drizzle it over it. Then start layering your meat, your peppers and onions. Oh, first I did cheese.
Did cheese.
Yeah, let me forget the cheese. This is what's really important on cheesesteak.
Bread, butter,
cheese. Bread, butter, cheese. Now you could probably put that top bun on and have you some little mini grilled cheeses. That'd be good.
Hey, that's a good idea.
It really is. Souped up grilled cheese.
Yeah, a couple different kinds. Yeah,
I bet that would be good. I need to try that. Write that down. But anyway, so meat or bread, butter, cheese, and I used sliced provolone, nothing fancy, meat, peppers and onions, and I piled that up. And then I took a pack of shredded whole milk mozzarella and just covered the top of it. So I got 2 layers of cheese sandwiched in that meat and peppers. Top bun back on, put the other half of the melted butter concoction all over the top and wrap it up in foil. And then it can go in the fridge. It's got to sit. That's the whole kicker with it. You want it setting for, at least an hour or two, because the butter, you want the butter to soak into the bread, and that's what takes time. So the butter soaks into that bread, and you can stick it in the refrigerator, cook it the next day for game day, take it out to the tailgate, fire you up a little grill out there, put them on there. The only problem is you got to cook a bunch of these things because, man,
they're good.
They're good, and it makes 6 little sandwiches. You could cut that and probably get 12. It'd be more like
sliders.
Slider size. But leave it on the mini sub roll and just do 2 or 3 packs of them. Bring them out there. It takes 30 minutes to cook them on a grill. Cook one, serve some, cook another one, and just keep them going all day, the whole game.
That's a good idea.
It really is.
Yeah. You're just constantly pulling some off the grill. And
Hadn't you froze those before?
My mom has, yeah. She'll assemble them, but for the ham biscuits.
Yeah.
She'll assemble them, wrap them really good, freeze them.
I bet you those would freeze.
Yeah, I bet they would. If you wanted to prep it a week ahead of time, I wouldn't go a long time.
Yeah, you can't.
It's going to get freezer burnt, but
yeah. If you needed to freeze, but they'll travel well. You can put them. When I do like that, what I'll do is get them wrapped up in foil or something. I'll usually save the bag, the little tray it comes in. You can slide it back in that, and keep it in that. Take it to the game, take it out. It's already wrapped in foil and ready to
go. One thing that I think, if you really want to get bonus points for this recipe, put you out some Cheese Whiz and use that as a dip.
Oh, man. Yeah. We should have done that.
I said something about that.
Like warm Cheese Whiz?
Yes.
You bought that dispenser and everything. Would have been perfect.
Man.
That's nacho cheese. What's the difference between Cheese Whiz and nacho cheese? There's a difference, right?
To me, that's what I would prefer, I think.
Nacho
cheese over.
Yeah, nacho cheese has its own kind of, when I eat nachos, it tastes like a Southwestern type flavor a little bit.
A little, yeah.
But Cheese Whiz is just almost like a melted Velveeta kind of. Yeah. It's not really the same flavor as Velveeta, but it's along those American processed whiz in a jar. I never buy. Did you grow up with Cheese Whiz?
No.
We didn't either. Now the jarred cheese that I remember growing up was like this old English cheese. And my mom always had them to make cheese balls or something, but she'd get mad at us because we would sneak in there and we'd get it. We'd spread it on crackers. We'd go to the pantry and get out the little jar. We'd eat my mom's cheese ball cheese.
We had like the little spray cheese.
In the
can.
We had that too. I'm telling you, hey, chicken and a biscuit crackers with the canned cheese with the little nozzle. Man.
Have you ever shown Michael the
squeeze cheese?
I
don't think so. He loves chicken and biscuit crackers though. That was like, my mom wouldn't let us get that very often. She's like, I'm not paying that much for cheese, and
it was expensive.
Yeah, we got that rare occasion.
I never got it.
Squeeze
it was
cheese.
A novelty.
Yeah, it is a straight novelty. For the guy, for the cheese lover that has everything, we'll put it in a can, squeeze it out.
That'd be a great stocking stuffer.
Can of cheese. It's more of a dirty Santa gift. You get a can of cheese and crackers.
Hey, I'd fight over that.
I'd take it. Yeah, I've gotten worse.
It's not really not that good. And it's one of those adult. It's like veiny sausages. You know they're not good, but you still eat them.
It tastes like nostalgia in a can.
Yeah.
Have you ever had veiny sausages?
Oh
yeah.
How would you eat? When I was growing up, the way we ate veiny sausages is saltine cracker, smear of mayo. Then you got your veiny sausages, cut it in half, and it was like you put it on that cracker.
Two little split logs on there.
Split logs on your saltine. It's like a redneck appetizer.
The only way we always ate them fishing. Like you go and tackle box or a boat or something.
Yeah.
You throw a couple of cans of those in there hunting. We take them to the deer stand. And I really don't. The only ones I really like are the hot and spicy that come in the hot sauce because it stays liquid. You don't get that congealed stuff on it. Yeah. I hate the congealed stuff. It grosses me out. When you open a can of like regular Viennas and you dump them out and it's got all that jelly, like clear pork jelly, I guess what it is. I don't know. Byproduct.
You're like, I know I shouldn't.
Yeah. You sling it off, and it's like, I don't know, it's almost like
It's
snot
like a booger.
Yeah, it's like snot or something. You sling it.
Putting this in my mouth.
Yeah, and I'm fixing to eat this. I'm like, no, I couldn't. And with mayonnaise, there's no way I could do that.
Really?
I don't even want to think about that. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
I'm gonna have to get some.
I would have to get, like, I'd get my mom, when we were kids, if they found these sausage, she had to rinse them. I'm not eating, you know. Would you eat them just straight out of the can like that?
Heck yeah.
Not plain ones.
There wasn't a lot of options.
There wasn't no, I don't even know if they had the hot and spicy growing up. I didn't
I
find
never
those till I
saw
got to
them,
be old enough to go to the store myself.
But I wanted to talk to you about tailgating in general.
Good.
You know,
Hey, did you see this? ESPN ranked Ole Miss as the number one. Look that up. It's the number one tailgating school or place to tailgate, I guess, or party school or something like that. I just saw it on Facebook. I was scrolling through. Oh, I should have came better prepared for that one.
yeah. Do you know we've never taken Michael to a real tailgate?
You know, he's old enough now.
Yeah.
I
mean, there's kids that go to tailgates all the time. It's not like
but I didn't want to be the person that has to keep up with a kid at a tailgate.
Yeah.
I'm going to tailgate. It's going to tailgate. You know, we're going to have some beers. We're going to the game. It might get a little. I've seen what happens at tailgates.
This is called Bleacher Report, and it says number one is Ole Miss next to Wisconsin.
What was it for
best tailgating.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
So that's the best tailgate.
Yeah, I mean, I believe
Grove.
it.
Do you believe it?
It's not what you would think of as traditional tailgating to me.
I mean, that's to me.
In
that
a
is
parking
traditional.
lot.
Oh,
In a parking lot with some stuff set up. This is like a beautiful grove with these really nice tents set up and chairs,
chandeliers,
rentals.
Yes, everybody rents stuff.
It's like a festival.
Yeah,
it's TVs,
it's more of
and direct. You know, everybody's got the football on TVs and generators. And
how do we get one?
I know a guy.
That's all I need to know. Yeah. MSU plays Memphis at Memphis this year, September 18th. I'm just throwing some tailgate options out.
What time of day is that?
Oh, I don't know. It's going to be hot, though.
It's going to be so hot.
That's true.
Yeah, that's the only thing that works. I mean, I don't like. I've been to a bunch. You know, back when I was in Ole Miss, we didn't miss a game at the Grove, and there were those early games until it gets to about mid-October. It's brutal.
It is. It's really hot, especially in the stands.
Oh man,
when you're sitting on the metal and you're crammed in there, and
by that time you've had so many drinks, you don't care how hot it is. The act of getting it all there and taking it all back, that's the worst part in those hot games.
There are two options at Ole Miss. October 9th, Arkansas is playing at Ole Miss.
Now, that's a good game to go to.
That would be a good game. LSU
Ooh, that's
on
even
October
better game.
23rd.
At Ole Miss?
At Ole Miss.
That's an even better one to go to.
LSU is some of my favorite.
So do you have the whole schedule? You don't have
No, I just pulled up a few options for you.
I wanted to see about some season tickets.
So what is it like to tailgate at Ole Miss?
It's unbelievable. It's life changing. If you love college sports and you like tailgating, that's where you should go. It's the mecca of tailgating. And I'm not the first one that says it. Apparently, it's a thing, ain't it, Tyler?
Yeah.
This is
Have
official.
you ever been?
I haven't actually.
You've never been either? God.
I've never been to a college football game. Period.
Really?
Oh
Yep.
man.
I don't know how I've made it this long.
We're gonna start you off with the Northwest Ranger game on Thursday night. JUCO action. They ought to be firing it up here in a week or so.
That's the local junior college.
Yeah, heck yeah, that'd be a good one to go to.
I'm definitely going to a Memphis game this year. Like me and my wife have talked about it and stuff. So,
what if that Memphis Mississippi State game is a night game? I'm down
to go.
Yeah,
yeah.
If it's like 1:30, I don't know. If it's a night game, I'm down. If it's an early game, if it's an 11 a.m. game, I'd probably go.
It's that 3 o'clock.
Those are good tailgates because you do the Bloody Marys and you start out there and they bring brunch type stuff.
Little ham biscuits.
Little ham biscuits will fit perfect. Tailgate cheesesteaks.
So that was my next question. What do you like to bring to tailgates?
I like to bring it all. I mean, you gotta have your standards. You gotta have dogs in some kind of form, sausages, the meat and cheese. Got to bring some barbecue, little sliders. I mean, this is all the stuff that we've talked about this before. This ain't new. I know how to bring all that good food. Dips.
My thing is things that hold really well that you show up with, like a pork butt. You pull it off that morning, wrap it up, throw it in a cooler, take it with you. It's ready to pull and serve.
I've got a great story on that. So this was back when I was at Ole Miss. I was at Ole Miss, and this was probably circa 1995, something like that. Waylon and some of his buddies were coming up, and Tater was with them. And I'd known them just from growing up. They were, Waylon's high school, but they were a couple years younger than me. But Tater was going to cook a butt all night and bring it to the Grove to our, I had a spot picked out. Back then, it was to where you could just go out there and get you one. Now, I don't know if you can even do that. I'm sure they're taken. You probably get him with somebody. But so Tater had cooked this butt. He said he stayed up for, I want to say he said 24 hours on. It was like to cook a butt on a Weber. He
like
on
a
little Weber. Yeah, like a little Weber. He had cooked this butt on. I didn't see him do it, but he brought it to. He stayed up the day before. They drove down early Saturday morning. Showed up with this butt and this little bitty Weber grill. It was like a little smoky,
like a tabletop.
Yeah, the tabletop,
like a tailgater.
Yeah, and he had it all wrapped up and in the cooler, and we brought it out, and he just fired that little grill up out there in the Grove and put that butt on it, and had some coals under it, and we just kind of opened the foil back right there on the grill, and you could set it up on table because it was so small. We just picked from it right from and made Sam. Man, it was. I remember that being some fantastic barbecue in the Grove that my man Tater cooked. This was before I was even really, cooking all the time or anything.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Yeah.
Did you even own a grill at that point?
I didn't. No, I was in college. We might have had one back home, but I definitely didn't have one in college. So that was. I remember specifically eating that pork.
What'd y'all have? Just like buns,
coleslaw. We stopped at like Handy Andy and got coleslaw, buns. Somebody brought a pan of beans, and we had a barbecue at the Grove.
Oh, y'all had a whole meal.
Oh yeah.
Did y'all have plates, silverware, napkins holding on your
No. I mean, we might have had a box of forks or something like that, but it wasn't. We had some kind of paper plate, but it wasn't anything fancy. No, by no means.
Tablecloths.
No, folding table. I don't even know. Yeah, we had to have a folding table, but it was before barbecue type tables. I don't know where we got the table, honestly.
Did y'all have some beer?
We might have borrowed it from school or something. Oh, we had so many beers. But you could bring coolers in. And so I think, I'm pretty sure my brother went to jail that time. He got into, that's a different podcast. I had to go bail him out with some of my student loan money. I remember that. He probably don't want me talking about this on the podcast. It's great stuff.
We've all been there.
We've all been
there. Use my
student
loan money to go bail my friend out.
It's my brother. I do remember he had a wallet on him, and inside that wallet, I don't know why, when I went and picked him up, he didn't have a shirt on. He was just living it up, having his best life down there. Yeah, he was doing it up. And they give him his wallet back, and the bailiff or whoever there opens it up, and he's got one of these Mississippi decals like from a gas pump where it's like the date code when they've inspected it, and on the decal it says "Do not remove from pump," and it's sticking in his wallet. So the bailiff's looking at that and looking at me, and he's over there just, still belligerent, and he closes that wallet up. He says, "Just get him out of here. just get him away from the Lafayette County Detention Center." So we went back to the dorm.
Nothing but trouble.
Yeah. So we go back to the dorm and just partied up, go to some frat classes. He just troops it right on. Another day.
Did he take a shower? Or was it like, just get a new shirt, we're going?
Oh, yeah. I don't even know if we put a shirt on him. We just, come on.
Painted his skin.
Yeah. Rebels won that day. I think we beat Georgia. That was a good day. It's probably and he only went to jail because he was mouthing off to a cop. It was leaving after the game, loading up. So everybody brings their trucks in. Well, we done been to a game and won. We're loading all this stuff up, and people are yelling. So he's yelling back. The cops come over and tell him to get out of the way. And he's like, buddy, here to rent a cop. I said, I didn't rent a cop. That's not the security. And man, they swarmed him. And I've never seen somebody jerk a grown man out. Well, I guess he wasn't a grown man. He was probably 18. He wasn't old enough to drink. I know that. I don't think he shouldn't have been. I don't think he was drinking. I'm taking all that back. Redact that from the podcast, Tyler. Anyway, they got him on that truck and took him to jail pretty quick. I had to go get him.
Was it an overnight type situation?
Oh, no. We had him out in hours.
Yeah.
It was like, I might have beat them.
They're busy on that. On
he wasn't the only one that was going to but it wasn't like campus jail. It was the main one over by the square. they had to get him over there, and I done got back to my dorm and got in my car and went back and got him. And I guess went to the bank and got some student loan money. Probably stopped at the Union, took out $600
at the ATM. Yeah. Do you feel like barbecue contests are similar to tailgate?
Oh yeah, very. That's why I got into them and loved them.
I think most people
we had so much fun doing that. You get out of college, you got to find something else to do. It's like, man, this barbecue thing's great.
It's very, very similar. It's actually a little more convenient than tailgates.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Now, it's not like that now, though. Back then, barbecue was. I mean, we didn't know what we were doing. I mean, I guess barbecue could be if that's all you went in to do. Now everybody's so serious and want to win and all this stuff. Back then, we didn't care about winning. We were just there to have a good time. And that was why it was like a tailgate. It's a great place to go throw a big tailgate. Like if they don't know you're going to do that, like you're going in, you don't care if you turn nothing in. You just
bring the party.
I'm just coming to party. We need to do more of those. Well, we kind of did it the last water tower with post-open loan. That was kind of what we did. It was just like a.
Speaking of water tower, we are planning a barbecue contest. Well, we are assisting the chamber. The Chamber of Commerce in Hernando with hosting the water tower rib cook-off.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
It's our local town's barbecue festival. Well, it's a local town festival. They just have to have a barbecue element.
Yeah, they do other things with it, which most towns do when they do a barbecue.
Yeah, this year they asked us to help them out.
Yeah,
we're excited. What's the date? September 25th.
25th. So they've been doing it every year for a while now, but we're going to kind of make a few changes to it.
We just made some suggestions and turned it into a one-day festival instead of having to take 2 days and do all that. I mean, this one's going to be it's more cook friendly.
Yeah.
And it's like we're providing the meat for it. We made that. I wanted to do that. I wanted to try one where everybody's on the same playing field. You know, when you pay your entry fee, you're going to get the same meat everybody else is getting. You can bring your grill in that day, and everything they're cooking can be done in the time frame allotted. It's going to be ribs. It's mainly a rib cook-off, but we're adding also ribeye steak and we're adding chicken wings. So all that stuff is stuff that can be cooked in one day. One reason it helps those businesses around there not to worry about losing business on Friday, I guess. They just had to close for one day. But the chamber, to
me, it makes it more attractive.
Yeah.
It makes it more family friendly.
It's way family friendly for sure.
It makes it more.
It's less of a commitment.
You're
not giving up 2 days. You just, when you get off work on Friday, throw your stuff in your cooler in the back of your truck and come on out there Saturday, get ready for Saturday, and you don't even have to worry about bringing meat or anything. So that takes a lot of pressure off of you.
Typically makes mama happier.
Yeah. And you'll be back home Saturday night. So you're not worried about spending the night anywhere. You're not worried about leaving your stuff overnight. It's gonna run smooth. It's gonna be fun.
I'm excited because we've done a lot of stuff, but we have never
helped organize a contest
or been on the organizing side of a contest.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the organizing part. I like the helping out and all that, but man, the organizing part's tough. There's a lot goes into it. Yeah. We don't see. We know how much goes into it from a cook standpoint, but from people getting it ready and putting it on and holding that event, man, it's a lot.
Because you got
a lot of planning.
Volunteers, judges. You got to timelines. Yeah, you got to work with your teams But we kind of wanted the shot to
find sponsors.
Yeah, find sponsors.
Yeah, anybody wants to. We're doing goodie bags for all the teams. Goodie bags because we're doing a kids cook too. All the kids are going to get a goodie bag. I don't know how many people local in Hernando listen to this, but if you got a company and you want to donate something to go in a goodie bag, you can send it to us and we'll make sure.
Hey, if you got some rubs, sauces, you want to
get your name out there,
this might be a good chance.
Yeah, we'll take anything. Stickers, hats, pins.
Keep on.
Floss.
Free pony rides.
Yeah.
Got them.
Yeah.
But so I was just going to ask you about why you decided to set the rules you did.
I just think that.
Why did you choose these turn-in mates?
Well, one is perfect for a one-dayer.
Yeah.
Ribs is always a big category in a backyard. This is more of a backyard local contest. It's non-sanctioned.
Somebody emailed in and was like, I'm a newbie. Should I be concerned? I'm like, no, this contest.
This is what you want to cook.
Yeah.
When I was starting out, this is what I want to cook. And that was the whole thing. This one's really designed more small-time, local feel to get people that maybe wouldn't go compete in a KCBS or a SCA or MBN type contest. They'll feel comfortable coming here and cooking that one. Getting getting a feel for what a little food sport competition barbecue cooking would be like. And I chose items that we could cook in one day. We left out the pulled pork, which takes a long time. We left out brisket,
which that's intimidating.
Yeah, it can be.
Time cook.
And I think, people like the aspect of just cooking a steak. A lot of times I know in the past when I've cooked Water Tower, it was a beef category, a lot like the way Memphis and May does their ancillary beef. It's anything beef goes. Well, I like the SCA steak cooking. Everybody's on the same playing field. You're just turning in your best cooked steak. Who doesn't think they can cook a great steak in their backyard?
Yep.
So there's no, and we're throwing out no garnish, no extra, you're not saucing it up. You're not doing all that stuff to it. It's just meat in a box.
Your steak.
Turning it in. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't, we're not all of it. No garnish in ribs, no garnish or sauces in steak, no garnishes or anything in hot
wings. When you say sauces, you can sauce your ribs up as much as you want.
Oh, yeah, but you can't turn it in like you can't
yeah.
put a bell pepper all carved up in there with your ribs and,
yeah,
or dipping sauce or something like that.
Me personally, I appreciate that because I hate having to put all that extra work in trying to make your box look pretty.
Yeah.
When I feel like it's one thing to put your meat in there to make it look nice, but people go to a lot of extreme efforts to make it, like you said, carved peppers and ridiculous decorating. And to me, it's a food contest. It needs to be about the food. Does it taste good?
Yeah, it's
Is
a meat
tender?
contest to me. Yeah. It ain't who can decorate the best.
Yeah.
I know appearances. So appearance in school, when I think about score, appearance is part of it. You want the food to look good, but it shouldn't be about how well you can decorate it. To me, the appearance should be scored once you take it out and lay it on your little judging a plate or card or whatever
burn
you have.
Or is it mahogany?
Yeah. Does it have a sauce cooked on it that looks, do I want to eat this entry?
Yeah.
If I want to eat it, that's a 9. You know what I mean? That's an 8. If it really looks good, that's a 9. If it don't, I don't know if I want to take a bite. We're going to talk 7 or 6 then. But it shouldn't be on how well I put it in the box or if there's sauce on the lid or if there's lettuce out of place or if it's got some roses carved out of a radish. It shouldn't be about all that. That's not what it's appearance of the meat to me.
To carve a radish into a rose?
No.
It is. Yes.
That's not something these big old sausage fingers could do.
It did not work out well for me either.
But that to me, that's what our scoring's we're going to keep it easy. It's going to be appearance, flavor, and taste. Or tenderness. That's what it's going to be easy criteria. We're going to train our judges. We're going to have a little judging class the week before where all judges, no matter if you've been certified or whatever, you're going to come in. We're going to show you those 3 entries, and we're going to, kind of give you a baseline of what you can expect, what you're looking for. So they'll all be on the same thing.
So they'll be knowledgeable when it's time to judge. We're
going to have a cook's meeting, and we're going to tell them the same thing. Look, we've told the judges, and this is the criteria, and this is what they're going to be looking for. And so it's all,
So the entry fee is $150.
Yep.
And that covers your meat.
Covers your entry and your meat.
What do you get?
3 slabs of ribs, 2 ribeye steaks, and 4 pounds of chicken wings.
If we can
whole
find
wings. Yeah. The wings is going to be how availability is. It's all contingent on availability.
Yeah, really.
And I'm guessing, if things go the way they are with this COVID crap, who knows if they're going to have I just saw one cancel today, Jonesboro.
Really?
They canceled their barbecue because of COVID fears. So it might. There's still a potential that, depending on how things go.
We're not out of the woods yet with that.
Out of the woods.
You can cook on anything, right?
Cook on anything.
I've always wondered that, like, if somebody wants to use an electric grill,
why stop them?
Yeah.
I would love for them to. Yeah. If you want to bring a George Foreman out there and cook your steak, do it.
Yeah.
I can't promise you any results, but I'd be glad to cook against you.
To me, that's just giving advantages to
other
people.
I never understood that either.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it goes back to we're purist in barbecue, and we want to declare what's.
Yeah, pellets aren't pure,
but they add pellets in all of them. You can cook in pellets.
I know.
It's weird.
I saw a question,
but don't use propane
about the ribs. So are they going to come like perfectly cut to cook, or are they going to have some? Or are they going to?
Oh no, this is going to be a 3-pack of ribs, probably from Sam's Club.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's
this
just
ain't
like
cut down Memphis and May. I guess if somebody wanted to bring a big old saw and cut them themselves or something, they could. But
or like Jay does, he dremels his.
Yeah, you could dremel them like that.
Dremel them.
If you wanted to cut them, it's going to be. This is a 3-pack. It's going to be a 3-pack of ribs, and they're probably come from Sam's, I'd imagine.
Baby backs?
Yeah, they're baby backs. That's that's the norm around these parts. That's what I started out cooking. It's what most backyard contests cook.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's good. If first place ribs pays $1,000.
That's right. I mean, who wouldn't give $150 to cook some to get somebody give you 3 slices of ribs? You pay $150 and you get a chance to win $1,000.
And
against 29 other people because we have to limit it to 30 teams. That's the bad thing. We only have room for 30.
Yeah.
So, and I know we're at least halfway filled up as of last week, and it may be. There was, I think, on that. If anybody looked on that, did you on the application? Did you have a deadline on the application?
I did.
That was a misprint, though.
Yeah,
because it said August. I was like, the contest isn't until the end of September.
Yeah,
so.
We changed it.
Yeah.
If you went and showed out and cooked first place ribs, wings, and steak, that's $1,400. So.
That's pretty damn strong.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
a good
What is the other $200 every other category?
Yeah, the wings is $200, $175.
Okay.
So
what's the steak? Okay, that's about $1,000 rib.
$1,000 rib.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But we'll keep talking about that, and as we are planning it because we've never done this before. And
yeah,
I'm excited about it. Kind of.
I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean,
I think we'll have a whole new appreciation for judges.
Yeah, it may be the last one we do.
Yeah,
we may go and do bigger and better. We may do a whole hog contest sometime.
I'd love to have a huge prize, like a $10,000 prize.
Yeah,
one of these days.
Yeah,
we'd have to get some
$10,000 rib. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So this weekend's your birthday.
Is it? I quit counting those. Once you hit 32, you quit counting.
So you're 33. What? How old are you gonna be?
46.
46 years old.
I got the gray to prove it.
You're on the downside of 40.
I'm on the downside. Yeah.
What do you want for your birthday?
I told you. I want you to cook me a steak dinner.
A steak dinner.
Steak, baked potato, salad, some butter, some bread. Simple.
And brownies.
And
a brownie a la mode.
Yeah. And maybe some ice cold beer.
That's easy enough.
Yeah, I think so. That's not asking too much, is it?
No.
I'll help if you want me to.
What kind of gift do you want?
I don't need anything. But if I had my druthers, I'd take a crew cab side by side. 4-wheel drive.
Okay, I'll get right on that.
Polaris Ranger or Can-Am.
I'm not picky.
I'm not picky. I may or may not have been already found one. That's usually how it goes. If I find something I really like, I'll just go get it.
That's exactly how it goes.
Yeah.
I did buy.
I just need your love. That's all. Just a little love.
I did buy. I don't know about that one. Does it feel weird to be this old?
Hell yeah, it does.
How old were you when your dad was 46? Do you know if you could do the math real quick?
Let's see. He would
carry the two.
25?
You were 25?
I think so.
When your dad was 46?
I think so.
Back on. How old's Michael? 11.
That's crazy, ain't it?
What's your favorite birthday you've ever had?
Man, I've had so many good ones. I don't know.
You used to plan a trip in your younger years.
We went to New Orleans one time. That was amazing.
Yeah.
A bunch of people. Rented a van. That was a good one. I've had some really good ones, though.
What's your favorite birthday gift you've ever gotten?
Man, I don't know. I've had some good ones, too.
I got you a Marlboro
grill. Yeah, that was, man, I won a lot of grills. I won a lot of chicken contests with that Marlboro grill for my birthday. You gave me a guitar amp for my birthday I really like.
I did, yeah.
That was awful nice. I'm trying to think. You always come up with the best stuff. And it's stuff that I don't think about a lot of times.
I got you an AR.
Yes. No, it was an AK-47 one time. That was awesome. That was real awesome.
That was for your 40th.
Yeah, that was for my 40th birthday, yeah. Now I'm ready to join the infidels, I guess. No, that would be the other way around, wouldn't it?
Well, I hope you have a good birthday this weekend.
Thank you, baby. I know I will.
And that's all I have.
I'm very thankful for being another year older.
That was crazy. As you said that you were 26 when your dad was
25.
25.
I'm pretty sure.
I think Elliot will be when I'm 46.
Yeah.
So
It's so weird, ain't it?
Oh, wow. So your timeline.
And my dad's
about-
very similar.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's crazy.
that is.
Like when I think about my dad at 46, I think about, man, he was old, grown.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm 25. I'm here buck wild. My kids playing 11, 12-year-old football. No wonder they think I'm a grandpa when I go to practices.
That's not a joke.
It's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke.
One of my favorite things is he saw somebody he used to go to high school with, and they were like, "Which one's your grandkid? That's my grandkid over here."
I was like, dang, what have you been doing? Hey, I still feel like I'm 25. That's the only thing.
I know. In my head,
I'm still that age, so I'm not letting the 40 scare me at all.
we always joke that we keep waiting for the adults to show up and take over. Like,
One of these days they're going to come,
one of these
run
things.
us off.
Yeah, and be like, okay, y'all did a good job from here. I will take it over.
All right. Well, hey, Jill, where can everybody find us? We're wrapping it up.
If you'd like to connect with Malcolm, it's HowToBBQRight on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and of course YouTube. If you'd like to connect with me, it's Miss Southern Shell on Instagram and TikTok.
And Tyler, what about you, man? You got the social going?
you guys can find me at TikTok_Tyler on Instagram and TikTok Tyler on Twitter. And make sure you guys download our How to Barbecue Right app where you can get all of Malcolm's favorite recipes.
That's exactly right. Hey, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Hope everybody has a good weekend. Y'all start working on them tailgate recipes because it's football season, y'all. We'll see you next time.